Hi, welcome back to another episode of Must Be Tuesday, a Buffy podcast. I'm Mike,
I'm Manny.
and this week we're talking about season one's episode 9, The Puppet Show. You know, it's the one that feels like Goosebumps wandered onto a Buffy set.
It does. And there was
So-
actually like a puppet episode or more of Goosebumps, I believe.
oh, was there?
Slappy the Puppet or something like that.
And so basically, just to recap, there's a talent show happening at Sunnydale High, which is already a nightmare.
Mhm.
We're introduced to Principal Snyder, which shows up at his first time in this episode. He's tiny, he's angry, and convinced that teenagers are the root of all evil. He forces Buffy, Willow, and Xander to participate in the talent show, which honestly might be the cruelest thing a Buffy villain has ever done. Then we meet Sid, the puppet. And listen, this episode keeps you guessing. Is Sid possessed? Is he murdering people? Buffy thinks he's evil. Sid thinks Buffy's a demon. And meanwhile, Giles is drowning in talent show rehearsal hell. Eventually, we get to the twist. Sid isn't a killer. He's actually a demon hunter, is trapped in a puppet body, and the real villain is hiding in plain sight as one of the performers, which is such a season one vibe. Campy, creepy, and weirdly heartfelt at the end when Sid finally gets his release.
Mhm.
We'll get into Snyder being instantly iconic, how genuinely funny some of the puppet scenes are, and whether the horror works, and most importantly, how this episode managed to be both ridiculous and surprisingly clever. This is one of those early Buffy episodes that's goofy but memorable, and honestly, the perfect example of the show finding its tone.
Correct.
And let's get into it.
Yeah.
Must be Tuesday, yeah. Must be Tuesday, yeah. Must be Tuesday, yeah. A Buffy podcast.
So, Manny, rewatching this episode, I just remember I always thought it was silly, which it is, but it's really good too at the same time. Again,
Yeah.
every time I'm saying this about every episode,
I
it's
know.
really good.
It is, because there's so many episodes like that it's just like, this is silly and it shouldn't work, but it does because it's just the right amount of campy, honestly.
Exactly.
Mhm. And
I
creepy.
love the beginning. I love how Buffy and Willow and Xander are all like kind of teasing Giles
Mhm.
about having to be in charge of the talent show. And Cordelia singing, she singing a Whitney Houston song?
Yes, we get so many great Cordy moments this episode, and that's one of them
Yes.
is her singing "The Greatest Love" by Whitney Houston. Oh my God, and literally killing it.
Killing it.
I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed.
Thank you,
at least-
Cordelia. That's going to be lovely.
She instantly became a slayer of that
Mhm.
song.
I know, right? Try to top that.
Exactly. And I love it. Actually, I don't love it. I wish Buffy, Willow, and Xander were in the room when she was singing that
Oh
because
yeah,
they would have like totally had so much fun. Because you know how like, especially Xander, he loves to poke fun at Cordy anytime he can.
yeah.
And they weren't in the room. Like it's totally like a missed opportunity there.
You're right. That would have been better. They could have teased her on that a little bit later on.
Exactly.
But it's so obvious on Giles' face how much he hates being there.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, the dread that he's like, why me? He's like, oh, he mentioned something about how Snyder told him that it would be a great way to like get more in touch with the
Mhm.
students, and he's like, I think being a librarian, I made it clear that I didn't
Made
want
it
to do
clear
that.
that I want as little interaction with them as
Mhm.
possible. I love that we get introduced to Snyder.
Yeah,
You instantly know he is not the same as Flutie. Like he instantly, I don't know how to say it. He instantly carries like, ooh, don't mess with him. He means business.
yeah. I mean, he's introduced, and like within a few seconds, he's already taken shots at Principal Flutie.
Mhm.
Like only a few minutes, and even after the credits, he takes another shot at him. Like that's twice already back to back.
Mhm.
Something about mentioning how that's how a great liberal way to get eaten, or something like that. I don't know.
Talking about being liberal
Oh,
and
leave
getting
Principal Flutie
eaten.
alone. Rest in
I
peace.
know. And he was like, and he said that all that touching and like touch, like as in like emotionally touching and this and that. He's like, well, there'll be no touching here at Sunnydale or something along those
Mhm.
lines. And I was like, oh, okay. And I don't know. You instantly don't like him, but
Mhm.
also you like that there's like, oh, great. Now there's this other antagonist inside of this world of antagonists against
Mm, y-
Buffy.
Exactly. And one thing, it's like, so Cordy obviously takes shots at the group and especially Buffy and,
Mhm.
the way she speaks to them. But there's a little bit of humor behind it. And she grows obviously as it goes on. But with Snyder, it's just like he hates them. He just,
Hates them. He
and
hates children in general.
yeah, I wonder I would love it to know more about his past, how he got to where he is because he hates them so much, as continues to be proven in the series.
Exactly. But yet he still decided to become a principal.
Exactly.
Kids. I don't like them.
Oh, and we find out
Uh,
later on that he knows more than,
Yes.
more than we
He
know
does
he
know
knows.
more.
So,
He does know more.
mhm.
I do find it satisfying or relieving or whatever the word I'm thinking of, but refreshing to know that Snyder actually recognizes the past deaths.
This place has quite a reputation. Suicide, missing persons, spontaneous cheerleader combustion.
And he's also like, don't like smoking or something like that, along those lines.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no smoking, but there'll be no suicides, there'll be no this, there'll be no that, no killings. And I just finally somebody's recognizing like what's actually happening in this school.
Yeah, I mean,
instead
that's a
of
good point
nobody.
because everybody else just lets it go like nothing ever happened. He
Yes,
does. He makes it
exactly.
clear.
And Joyce finally makes an appearance in this episode, speaking to Buffy. And but still, she doesn't say, are you okay? Like she asks her if she's doing okay, but also like, girl, like ask her like why you're asking her, because what's
No.
going on in this school. Just a little bit of that would have been like nice.
Yeah, she usually will ask one question, and then Buffy's like, no, I'm fine, just a lot going on right now. She doesn't say, like, what? She says, well, try to get some sleep. You'll feel better in the morning.
Notoriously
Bye.
online through all like the forums I've been reading and just chats and chats and chats. Everybody says Joyce is the worst mother ever, this and that. And I'm
Oh
like,
my
she's kind of cool.
God.
She just leaves her kid alone
Mm-hmm.
until she doesn't.
I don't know. I guess something could be argued that way. I always thought she was a cool mom. I don't know.
But then, like in hindsight, like watching now, it's like, where are you in
Yeah.
this life?
Exactly.
Same
That's
with
true.
all their parents, first of all. Like
Yeah.
Xander's, we already know Xander's has horrible parents, right?
Mhm.
So, but other than that, like Willow, we never see them. I think one episode maybe. I can't
We saw
remember.
Willow's mom once. Did we already watch that? Or is that
No, I
later?
don't think it happened
Okay,
yet.
gotcha.
Yeah. Anyway, I was just thinking about that. Okay, so the talent show's opening up. Giles is in charge. Buffy and Xander and Willow have to participate in the talent show now because, and I love how Snyder said it, to laugh at and, to
To
make fun of,
mock.
to laugh at it, to
Well,
mock.
he just repeated what they just said to Giles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Right
I
back
love
at
the
them.
way he said it, and it just works so well.
Mm-hmm. And then like Xander's trying to argue just to give him detention. He's like, detention. They're like, we'll settle for that, please. Because like,
And
what is the scarier thing this episode? The puppet or the high school talent show? Really?
Right.
Which
you
is the lesser
would
of
have
two
loved
evils.
being in a talent show.
I know.
right?
What
You
am I
would have
saying? I would have loved
You
it.
would have been Cordelia.
Yeah. But with
You would have been
choreo.
right there, up front and center, ready to go.
Yeah, but with choreography. She was
choreography,
lacking
yes.
that.
Oh, you would have lost your heart. You would have been the dancer.
Oh shit! Not
What's her name? Emma?
I'm
No,
Emily?
My best friend Emma.
my best friend Emily. No,
Oh
Cordy.
gosh. Yeah.
And then
Um,
after they find Emma's body, so Emma's the dancer and she's in the locker room because there's always someone in the locker room like by themselves, in this eerie dark
Always.
school that people disappear in and get killed and stuff like that. But anyway, she gets killed. You don't really see it, but she gets killed and she gets her heart taken. And I love when Willow's like, it could be anyone. It could be me. It's not though. When everyone looks at her, like, why would you say that?
it could be me. I love that.
That's so cheesy. Right away, they try to argue if it's like, they're like, it seems like it would be human this time because they're like, a demon wouldn't need a knife. There's lots of demons that would
Exactly.
take a heart, but it wouldn't need a knife. And Buffy doesn't want to let that go. She's like, no, I still feel like it would be more of a demon, But
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. Nothing is ruled out in Sunnydale, so
Exactly.
could be anything.
And the dummy, of course, we see him like do a really great what's it called? Ventriloquist act, like for the play on stage.
Mhm.
And it's like the only good one, and everybody's laughing and everybody's enjoying it.
Mhm.
But we're like, well, like, that voice is really like different. And of course, Morgan is caught multiple times. Oh, I'm practicing throwing my voice, like speaking to the dummy.
Yeah.
And so you already know something's up with that dummy, like from the beginning.
hmm And oh my
And I
God.
do,
So there are so many creepy Sid moments. Like,
yeah.
first of all, like what you just said, when Buffy walks into the auditorium and Sid is kind of doing one of these all of a sudden, like looking over his shoulder. And that's when Morgan says, I'm just practicing throwing my voice. And when he puts him in the box,
Yep.
yeah, at first he's just looking like straight ahead. And then as Buffy like looks down and he's now like looking right
Yeah,
at her.
like it's like Toy
That's
Story realness.
creepy. And then not only that, but it's like when Sid sneaks into Buffy's bedroom, you know, it's so funny because she's the Slayer, but I like that
Yes.
they added the little thing at the beginning where she's like, puppets have always given me the ick. And Willow's
Yeah,
like, what
she's like, "They
happened?
give me the wigs."
She's like, I saw one once and it gave me the ick. There really wasn't a story there. So they already told us that she's scared because she's the Slayer. She doesn't get scared by much, but
Yeah.
she's like, she is scared and screaming for her mommy when she sees the
And then
puppet in her room.
it's under there. I'm like, girl, why don't you just take care of it?
She reverts back to a little girl being scared of a puppet. It's so funny.
I love that too. It's just really cute.
It is. And then the other creepy moment is where they're in the classroom and Sid just rotates his head and stares right at Buffy. Oh my God, who wouldn't that creep out?
Yeah. And also though, like just thinking about it, like they actually used a dummy for this. And the way they moved it, the way they filmed it, like behind the scenes in a way is like they just used a dummy. And they did such a good job making it look so realistic. You
Yeah.
know? Like that dummy is like a good one. I want like that's a good impressive
It
like,
is good.
toy or
Mhm.
whatever tool.
Yeah. It is good. And
Wow.
are you scared of puppets?
No.
I don't
But
think so.
if I was alone in the room with one,
yeah.
I don't
And
know,
it suddenly
maybe.
was looking at you. It depends on the puppet, I guess.
Yes.
You know, because they can be creepy. It's like those Annabelle dolls, like those kind of dolls. Like,
Mhm.
why do people collect those? They're so freaky.
Like the marionette style ones,
Mhm.
those aren't freaky or creepy at all. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the ones
Yeah.
that are used in The Sound of Music,
Sound
for
of Music,
example,
yeah.
or they're just kind of like fun, silly ones.
Mhm.
Those are fine. But it's like the actual ventriloquist ones.
Yeah.
I feel like those are creepy.
Unless they're
I
cute
kind
and
of want
fluffy.
one though.
yeah. You can practice
Yeah,
throwing
unless
around.
they're like what's it called? America's Got Talent, the one that won, the
little girl?
that won.
Oh, they were good.
Those aren't creepy.
They were good because I was talking about the girl and the puppy. Oh my God. They were a great
Yeah.
duo.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so now so we have a murderer on our hands.
Uh-huh.
This show really does great at plot twisting and because you just never know. And even and so long story short, I guess, well, fast forward is Sid tries to kill Buffy because Buffy is like sneaking around trying to figure out like who it is. It might be somebody in the talent show, like who they need a brain now and this and that. They kind of already figured out it's a demon that needs something.
Uh-huh.
And she finds Morgan dead. And at that moment, like the huge chandelier that's in the reason why it's backstage, this chandelier falls on top of Buffy. And then you see, I love the Sid moments where he's like pitter patter.
Uh-huh. That's cute.
He's running around.
It's cute /
And-
creepy.
Cute and creepy at the same time.
Okay,
And
so in that
Yes.
scene where the chandelier falls on Buffy because there's a dead body there, right?
mhm,
That was Morgan?
that was Morgan dead.
Okay. So why did he kill Morgan though? Oh, because he didn't. That's right. Sorry.
Who?
No, never mind. I forgot. For a second there, I forgot who the killer
It's
was.
so good at the twist at this episode.
'Cause the twists
you
keep
got
happening.
confused.
Well, there's
You
a lot
got
of red
confused.
herrings this episode too, because it's like, Morgan's the killer. No, Sid's the killer. And then sometimes it's like, is Principal Snyder the killer? Like, we don't know him
Right?
that
There was a
well. He is
moment.
kind of like always there, like
Yeah.
just out of
every
nowhere.
time.
Every single time this episode. So they're doing a lot of that, kind of tricking you. So for a second there, I was like, why would he kill?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
then
thought it was Snyder
remember.
for a moment as well. Like, I mean, I knew who it was. Well,
Mhm.
I forgot who it was for a moment, and then I remembered it was the magician.
Yeah.
But I was like, I did forget for a moment. I was like, who is the killer?
Mhm.
And I knew it was never Sid. And then, yeah, and then so she's stuck under the chandelier. She just needs to like lift it up off of her to get out or something. But she fights this dummy, and the dummy's like, Sid is like, well, I thought I had you, but whatever. And then so on and so forth. They're like, what?
I like that little
And-
moment though. It's like, you'll never be human again. Neither will you.
Oh, there you go.
What?
So yeah,
Oh, also rewind a little bit because this is again another episode where they don't believe Buffy. when
Oh
she's
yeah,
telling
nobody ever
them
believes Buffy.
again. I'm like, how many times do we have to go through this? We are on the Hellmouth. Maybe believe her when she says something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd believe her, but nobody wants to. And then it is cute though after that scene, where they're, I guess, back in the library, and Sid is like telling them all, how
Mhm.
he's hunting after these demons, and everyone's face is just like
Yeah,
they're still not believing it, even though they're watching it. I don't know. It was cute.
it is cute. Also, rewind a bit as well when Xander has to watch the dummy in the library and, has it in the chair.
Yep.
I love when he goes, "Ugh," and he gets up on the chair like there's a rat or something
Yeah.
on the floor. And then he tells Willow and Giles, and they're like, "Oh," like they're also
Everyone is
freaked out and
freaked
creeped out
out,
by it as
yeah.
well.
Mhm. You believe it
I
now.
love that part. And then there was a moment like once Sid goes missing again for the second time after they know he's like who he is, a demon slayer or demon hunter. They say, have we been Kaiser Soze or whatever? And I was like, what is that? So I had
Yeah,
to
what does
look it
that
up.
mean?
It's from the movie The Usual Suspect or Suspects, Usual Suspect. And basically the main character is telling, this is a spoiler alert for the movie, but the main character is telling a story of like the serial killer and this and that, but like at the end it's really him and he's a serial killer, but it's all
Oh.
made up. Like he made up the
Okay.
whole story. So it was like he made up the whole story, so and now he's the killer you have to watch out for. So that's exactly where the reference comes from.
Oh, that's cute.
Is they think Sid made up the whole story and is actually the killer.
This show throws a lot of like lines in the series that
Mhm.
like you have to like look up, unless you know.
Exactly.
But it's smart stuff like that works. I like that.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I said I don't think I've ever seen that movie. Yeah, but where are we? So they assume that the demon has the brain, the heart it has already, and then they assume they has the brain now because of Morgan. But they find out that Morgan has brain cancer or something, so the demon can't use this brain.
Oh, right. Okay, and that's why. Oh, so then he's looking for the smartest person he knows, right, in the room.
Yes,
to
and they
get the
all look at
brain.
Willow.
They all look
like,
at
okay, you're
Willow.
safe. You're with us.
hmm But in reality, he's already backstage hunting Giles because
Mhm.
he's also really smart. Except he falls for that like lay down on the guillotine like really easily. Like
Exactly.
like there's someone out there like killing people and they're looking for a brain, and you're just like, sure, I'm gonna lay down on this thing. I wouldn't even do it. I'm not doing that.
But Giles assumes they already have the brain, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter anymore.
Still, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it was really gross when the brain was dripping on Buffy and then she caught it.
Ew. I
That was
know.
I was like, "Ooh," and she's like, "I'll never wash these hands." I mean, I'll never stop washing these hands.
Yeah.
I was like,
But
"Same girl,
creepy moments
same."
like that are a nice touch, though. I like it.
Yes. But that's where it gets all goosebumpy right there.
Yes, exactly. Very goosebumpy. I love it. I wonder if they were like heavily inspired by that
Maybe.
show. I don't know, because it feels like it. It could be an episode of Goosebumps. Absolutely.
Other shows like that too, if you think about it. It's like I remember love watching Goosebumps, and then I would watch Tales from the Crypt.
Ooh,
And those
that
were
creeped me
just those
out.
fun shows you would watch just to like just were like just little stories here and there,
Mhm. I don't know
scary stories.
I don't know how scary Tales from the Crypt would be right now watching it. Maybe it wouldn't be, but back
No.
then, it creeped me out.
Oh, we're
Just the
children.
just the sight of that. What is it? Like the skeleton, the
Yeah,
old
I remember his
skeleton
name.
laughing, getting. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
the
that
Crypt
creeped me
Keeper or
out.
whatever his name was.
Yeah, that would creep me out. So then they
Ugh, good
realize, oh,
times.
Giles. So then they got to run to the auditorium right as Giles is lying down about to get his head chopped or whatever.
Yeah.
They save him just in time. And then like this whole battle ensues like backstage while
Yeah.
the auditorium is full.
Full.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's going on back there?
Like no one hears anything. The auditorium, like, all these people, nobody hears anything. Nobody from backstage. Where's everyone backstage?
Where is everyone?
They just formed a power circle for like 0.25 seconds and then like ran off and no one hears a thing.
Yeah, that's some things we just can't question, right?
Exactly.
Also, but another
let
like plot hole for me is Giles only has the tip of his head up to the ear right here, right? Where
Mhm.
my hat is, like where a hat would go on. And he's locked in, but how you're not like he couldn't get out. He's like and Willow has to like chop off
Mhm.
the lock. And I'm like, can't you just go just come out of it? You're like, there's
Oh.
not on your neck. You're
Yeah,
not
maybe
trapped
he
right
could've.
here. It's just the top of your head. Like it's like
Just scoot down a
slide
little
out. And then after she breaks it and he gets free, they're like, oh, then they undo his legs. I'm like, girl, let's pull him out.
Right?
Undo his legs first and pull him out.
That's true. I think they made it more difficult than it needs to be for the
Yeah.
drama.
For the drama.
Exactly.
So one thing, I know we haven't done this in a while, but Slay of the Day, I would say the Slay of the Day is the moment where Xander catches the guillotine rope. I was like, oh my God. And then, because I was like in the moment and he catches it. I was like, oh, good job. Xander never gets enough credit for doing anything ever.
First
he
of all,
is
that was
annoying.
the save of the day.
The save of the day. There we go. Sorry.
Followed
There was
by
no
shortly
slay.
by the slay of the
slay.
day. Yeah, that was a good way.
Correct.
Not
so
only
yeah,
is
so
like
Sid
the
ends
auditorium
up,
full, but now what are they going to do with this like demon body, like just laying there, with its
Yeah.
head chopped
they're just
off?
like, I don't get it.
And then
Or
they
Snyder
still-
goes, I don't get
Oh my
it.
God, that was so funny. I love that part. He's like, I don't get it. Is it avant-garde?
And I was thinking too,
Maybe.
it's like
Snyder,
Xander,
maybe.
Buffy, and Willow could have just been, there we are, our talent show. It's just
Mhm.
like, this avant-garde thing and been done.
I think they should have all bowed.
Yes. Oh my God.
That would have been the perfect cherry on top of that.
That would have actually.
Right?
That's hilarious.
That was cute. And then, so did you see the ending scene? Is that on your, because
Yes.
you're watching it on your DVD, right?
Yes, I have DVDs.
Okay. So it's on there. It's not,
Is it not on the
it's
Hulu
not
or
on
whatever you watch?
Hulu. But I was like, I feel like, I remember there was something more.
It comes
so-
on with the credits as well. So
Yes.
the credits are half screen, and Willow, Xander, and Buffy are doing a scene from, I guess, the Odyssey, or they're talking about, they use Oedipus. Which one is that one? I can't remember.
Oedipus.
But they're
Oh.
doing some dramatic scene,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know what they're saying, but they're messing up their lines, and
Mhm. And
Buffy's
they're
rolling
stiff,
her eyes the whole time.
especially Buffy. She's so stiff. And then Willow runs off.
Yeah, Willow runs off.
Which, the whole Willow being scared and running off thing kind of leads us into a later episode where she's like scared of being in front of people. I thought that
When
was
she
gonna
has
be,
to-
I thought it was this episode for a second there, but it's another
where she's
episode.
like, it's a
It might be the
dream
next
episode.
one.
I
Might
thought
be
it was
the
a
next
dream
one.
episode, or is when your nightmares come
That
to
one.
life episode,
That one.
and she has to be in
Sing
an opera.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
Madame
So it's
Butterfly
kind of
or
like, I
something.
like the build up. It's kind of like giving us a little bit of that ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know why they got rid of that ending scene because it's so cute. It just adds so much quirkiness and character. I love it. It's so silly.
For sure.
Yeah. But I had
Did
to
you
look it up.
even continue watching credits on Hulu to see if it was still there?
No, maybe I should have.
Oh,
It just kind of
maybe
ended.
it was.
So.
Oh well, but it is there still on my version, and also we missed the part where Sid kills the demon, and then he is set free. His spirit
Mhm.
released, which is funny because I have the video game Buffy the Vampire Slayer: Chaos Bleeds for GameCube, and Sid is a playable character in that game.
Oh, cute.
Like he comes back, which is weird, but
And is he a demon hunter?
yes, like,
Oh,
he's a good
that's
guy.
cute.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's you have to actually play as him for a part of it. And I forgot, he does explain why he had to come back, or why he was sent back or something. But it was like, oh yeah, I forgot that he's a playable character there, because I was just like looking at that the other day.
Yeah, that's fun. I've never played
Yeah,
it. So I
just a
don't know.
little
Also,
side thing.
Sid is a very horny dummy. Like,
Yes.
he will not stop. Like when he's talking about Buffy, and he's like, and strong and nubile, and he's like, I'm back.
You thought I was the demon.
Who can blame me for thinking? Look at you. You're strong, athletic, limber, nubile. I'm back.
And then when they're like at the talent show in the back, they're on that the high rise, whatever it's
Mhm.
called. And that's when he tells
She
her,
has to remove his hand from
Yes,
her
exactly.
leg.
yeah. And I like that. I like the little reveal that Sid knew a Slayer in the 30s.
in the
That was
30s.
cute, like a Korean chick or whatever.
Mhm.
And you think he starts talking about how she was hot too. I don't know. But I'm just like, okay, Sid, he was a horn dog.
Yeah. Doesn't make it okay.
It doesn't
Even if
make
you're a
it-
dummy.
No, it doesn't. Consent still matters.
Consent still matters.
Even if you're a wooden dummy.
What else did we miss in this episode? It was just all the plot twists.
Mhm.
Like, was it Sid? Was it not? Was it Snyder? And just I really like that about this episode. And I think remember when I was watching it the first time, that all of it, I didn't clock any of it. I was like, oh my God, no. You wouldn't think the dummy was there like on good terms.
No, yeah. For sure, the
For
first
good
time around, I
reasons.
was sure he was the killer.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, now I'm trying to remember. Did we get many lines from the magician earlier on in the episode? Like, did he have...
He was just looking for the rabbit. Has anybody seen a rabbit?
Oh,
very
that was
beginning.
it. Okay, gotcha. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we could use a little bit more from him early
And
on.
then Giles interviewed him, like to figure out to figure out more about Morgan.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Which
So we
was
did get a little bit.
curious.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think some of my favorite things were like how many great Cordelia moments we got.
Oh, that we skipped that over.
So we talked
that
about
was
the greatest
best
love of all.
moment.
We talked about this is such a tragedy for me. Emma was my best friend.
Such a tragedy for me. Emma was like my best friend.
Emily.
And then I love when she gets freaked out like backstage and she's like, I can't go out there. All those people looking at me and judging me like I'm some sort of Buffy. Just another like dig. Which shows us a Buffy catching strays over here. She's not even in the room.
Yeah.
And I love when Giles looks at her and he's like talks about her hair just to get rid of her.
Oh, your hair.
Yeah, he's like, Sandra was right. That did work. And she just runs off like freaked out. I don't know. She had cute little memorable parts, which I thought
I was just
fun.
happy she was back in the show again.
Yeah, she's
'cause
been
I
absent
didn't-
a few episodes.
Yeah, I forgot or I didn't even realize how many episodes she wasn't in.
Mhm.
And I was annoyed by that because she's one of the best characters
Yeah.
in the series
Yeah.
for the first 3 seasons at least.
Yeah, but the good thing is they give her more to do on season 2. So,
For sure.
Oh, I also wanted to bring up, so Buffy's like leopard dress.
Oh my
So
god,
She
iconic.
looks so cute. I will say that dress was short for school.
Oh my god.
It was
Her
so
jacket was longer
short.
than the dress, I think.
I know.
That was or Angel's jacket was longer than the dress.
She looked cute, but I was like, girl, this ain't the bronze. Like,
And Snyder's busting her for being at school after hours and not for the dress. Or for
exactly.
do you remember at high school they would have to hold their hands to
Their
the
hands
sides
down,
and
yeah.
make sure the dress was longer?
And
And they would
you
do
also,
that like all the time.
your straps had to be like a certain,
Like an inch or something.
yeah. But not
Ridiculous.
in Sunnydale High. Also, this episode, there were no lovey-dovey moments. That's something else to point out. Like, nothing about Buffy
Oh yeah.
and her love life. No Willow Xander flirtiness or longing or like mention of it. Like, there was nothing like that. There's been something like that every single episode. And this episode, they just wrote it out. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I just thought that was interesting.
No, they kind of beat the Willow one, pretty badly. Beat it down. But so I think we still know there's a thing there. But it was nice. I mean, there was a touchy moment like where Sid goes away. Like, oh,
Yeah.
bye, horny dummy.
By horny dummy. Oh.
But yeah, you're right. That is. I mean, they do need to tone that down though a little bit because it gets kind of annoying. And Xander didn't have one time where he was like chauvinistic and not chauvinistic. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Chauvinistic.
Just
right?
being annoying
right.
and like
No, because they left it.
It was
They gave
all
all those
Sid.
lines to Sid.
exactly.
Like, Xander, you take a break. We're gonna give all the
Take a break. Take
Yeah.
a break from being a
be
perv.
normal. We're gonna give the pervy lines to the dummy.
Exactly.
I don't know, but it was overall a cute episode. I liked it. It's fun. It's like it's not. I'm not gonna classify it as like one of my favorite episodes, but I do have fun every time I watch it.
Yeah.
It's good.
And they do some flashbacks to other episodes in this episode with Snyder like recognizing the murders that happened or the deaths that happened.
Mhm.
And they did say something else now I can't remember, but I think it's an important episode. I don't think it's the best episode, but I think it's an important episode because it does introduce us to Snyder as a character and how he's going to be running the school from here on out. And
Mhm.
those little things that we now can think of that might get in the way of Buffy, completing high school and also doing her Slayer duties in the future, which
Right.
adds another level of another challenge for her, basically.
Yeah. And Snyder, like, he doesn't let up. Like, from the moment we're introduced to him, he's digging into them and following them
Mhm.
around, and he never lets up. He just continues, and it gets worse and worse and worse. And it's like, oh my God, can we get a break? But
And the only 3 he's really concerned about are Willow, Xander, and Buffy. He's like, those 3 right there.
yes.
And I like how he talks to Giles too. Like he talks to Giles like Giles is on his team, like he's on his side and everything,
Mhm.
which is good because we don't want him on Giles's bad side, but
Yeah.
also it's just funny. Like he doesn't know Eddie. He doesn't have the connection yet.
Right. We will.
Mhm.
We
This is
will.
true.
Mm-hmm. So what are
So
we giving this episode? Oh, yeah, there you go.
oh yeah, I was just about to do it. On the scale of hearts and I don't know, what should we do? Hearts, brains, dummies. Oh, I always try to make up something different.
No.
Oh well, I can't think of
Gems.
something. Huh?
Let's just do.
On the scale of magic hats, where the rabbit comes out of,
Okay.
how many hats would you give this episode with the bunny in it?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
A 7. Okay.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna agree with you. A 7 it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the best episode, but it's definitely not the worst.
It's not the worst. No. It's
It
like
is very campy.
it's very campy. It's like it's just quintessential season 1 of Buffy. It's like,
Quintessential.
that's what season 1 is. It's camp, it's silliness, it's creepy at times, but fun overall. So I think it fits in perfectly into season 1. It's interesting because I don't know that this episode, if I would think it would fit as well in any other season though. It's just
Exactly.
it's right for season 1.
Yeah, I agree completely. I was going to also say, in season, I don't know what season is in Angel. It's either 1 or 2. It's one of them. There's 5 seasons, but there is an episode where Angel gets turned into a Muppet, like a Muppet puppy, like a puppet,
What?
like a Muppet, and he looks like Bert and Ernie, basically, one of those guys from Sesame Street. He gets turned into one, and he's
God.
that the whole show. And I was just like, they do things like this sometimes, and it's just weird. And
That
but
is weird.
yes, I forgot. I totally saw a clip of it the other day, and I totally forgot that was a real thing that happened.
For everyone out there, I haven't gotten into Angel yet. I've seen like the 2 or 3 episodes that Buffy was in, like the
Yeah.
crossover episodes just for Buffy. But I haven't seen the series. So I was like, okay, after this time that we're done watching Buffy, this time my goal is to get into Angel. But that's crazy that's an episode. It doesn't
What's even
sound real.
crazier is because I'm on like all these Facebook groups or whatever and Reddit, and somebody posted that, and then they say, remember with the time Angel got turned into like a puppet from Sesame Street, and then they said, and it was one of my favorite episodes. I was like, oh well, yeah.
Really?
Like it's not a bad episode either. It's like not. It's a good one apparently. I can't remember though. I want to rewatch it.
I almost don't believe it. That's crazy.
Just Google it. It'll be funny.
Okay.
Just to see. Okay, so other than that, I wanted to touch on. So that's our episode for the Puppet Show. We do have a question from one of our listeners out there,
Oh.
from a Miss Amy D. Light. And
Fun
she was
name.
curious. She was curious on how we became friends, how we became best friends. And it's a long, complicated story, really, actually. But in high school, I used to work at a restaurant called Super Salad. And one of my coworkers there was really good friends with Manny. And one night he came over to help close the shop with because they were hanging out with Sarah that evening, which is
Mhm.
the friend. And then from there we all hung out, had a great time, and we've been friends ever since I
Yeah.
was 16. 16, and you were how old? Like 17 or 18?
18 probably.
And 18, yeah. And we've just been best friends since then.
Mhm.
And we went to church, we got out of church.
Yep.
We what else? Just did everything. We lived together, we traveled together, and we've just been friends since high school.
Mhm.
And he's the reason I got into Buffy, actually.
Yeah, I was like,
Without
you have to
you,
watch
I
that
would
show.
have never exactly. Without you, I'd have never watched Buffy.
Yeah.
And I thank you for that because it
Super
is my
Salad
favorite show
brought
of
us
all time.
together.
Super Salad, which is now closed down.
I know, right?
Good times,
Yeah,
memories.
that's fun.
But thank you for that question, Amy. And if you do have any questions for us or want us to talk about anything specific or even refer to a past episode or have an idea for a new episode, you can go to buffytuesdays.com and there's a contact form on there, and feel free to ask us any questions. You can
Fun.
also find us on social media on TikTok and Instagram at Buffy Tuesdays, and like and subscribe on YouTube. It does help us out. We are growing just a little bit every week, but hopefully we'll get some more followers and create a nice little community of Buffy stans on there. Other than that, Manny, do you have anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. What's next week's episode?
Oh, yeah, that's right. So next week, we're going to be watching episode 10 of season 1, which is Nightmares. And this is the one you were talking about with Madame Butterfly, with the opera one. So be sure to watch Nightmares and be prepared for our next podcast. And until next Tuesday, if the apocalypse comes,
Beep us.
thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Until next Tuesday, keep your stakes in line. If the apocalypse comes, beep us anytime. We're your Scooby Gang, we've got your back. Just don't invite vamps for a midnight snack.